Good morning. Breakfast. Gotta go get some coffee. About 7 a.m. I think they've got a fire going down there already in the fire pit. The moon is out. Look how clear that is. Focus. Artemis 2 launched last night, so there's 4 people headed right for that. I'm going to go get some coffee, and I'm going to show you on the map what we did yesterday and what the plan is for today. All right, here's a map of what we're going to be doing today. Georgia and North Carolina National Geographic map. So, yesterday, we started right there. By the way, I'm using this finger right here to point with. That is where the visitor center is. And we hiked up this little dotted line to the top of the falls, and we're staying here at the lodge. So this morning, we'll hike back over here to back to the approach trail, which is this dotted line here. And this is about a mile, 1.1. Today we're going all the way over Frosty Mountain, Nimblewell Gap, Black Gap, all the way up here to Springer Mountain. I think this is 7.5 miles to the southern terminus of the Appalachian Trail. And I don't know what we're going to do after that. You can camp here, but they don't really like you to. So there is another campsite a little ways down. It's probably where I'll end up. So on this map, this dotted line with the orange outline is the actual Appalachian Trail. See, it goes north and then back to the east. So the goal today is all of this, about 7 miles, 7.5 miles. We'll get up here and I'll figure out what to do from there. So that's the plan. All right, we're off. Approach trail to the start of the AT, 7.5 miles, I think. Perfect day. It's 70 degrees. It's supposed to be a high of 74 and sunny all day. So here we go. All right. Here's where I took a wrong turn yesterday, but today it is the right way. I just left the lodge. It's like, I don't know, my thermometer says 73, but I don't think it's that warm. It's about 9:15 when I left, really late start. But I don't plan on pushing myself too much for the first week or two. Actually in shorts. I think it's going to be a good day. So, green blazes go to the hike in, the blue blazes is the approach trail. So they split right here. Green blazes go up that way to the inn. I don't know if you can see that blue blaze there on the tree. So basically we just stay on the trail with the blue blazes until we get to the AT, and then the AT blazes are white. And all the blazes are about 6 inches by 2 inches, and it's marked all the way from here to Maine. So I can see another one down there already, blue one. So if you walk for a while and realize you haven't seen a blaze, you may be off trail. One thing I don't think I mentioned earlier is I've decided I'm not going to cut my hair or shave for the entirety of this trip. My hair's been like this for 30 years or so. And I've never grown. I had a goatee once. But other than that, I don't really grow facial hair. So we'll see. I may look like a full-blown hippie in 6 months. Time will tell. Came up on one of the campsites on the approach trail over here. If you don't want to stay at the lodge, you can come out here and a decent spot to stay your first night. Trying to show the elevation. I'm going downhill. That's level straight across. It's looking down the slope. Cameras just don't do a good job of showing the steepness or the elevation changes. Stopped, taking a little break. I don't know how well it shows up, but it's a nice view down this hillside, mountainside. Nice and quiet. I've seen exactly 2 people today Got the trail here. It goes on through there, back up. Way up there you can see. Lots of up and down so far. I'm getting my butt kicked, but we'll make it slow and steady. "75 degrees" it says. I've only seen 2 other people today. And birds and squirrels. And a woodpecker. It's going slow and steady. It'll take me a couple of weeks, I think, to get with the program. A little bit of a view from this spot. It's 11:30. RX bar. Blueberry. This is all the water I have left. I think it's a little over 2 miles from here to the next water source. Which, according to Far Out, is a small spring. So I have to filter water. So I'm taking a little snack break. A few spots for tents over here. Campfire spot. Trails right here. My first trail sign. 3.5 miles to go. Hike in. It's up that trail. It's a place you can stay. I think it's literally, I guess it's a hotel. I'm not sure. You literally have to hike to it. But that's where, or this is where it meets the approach trail. See another blue blaze. Came from that way. Probably can't see it on here, but it's decent views. There's a bunch of trees and mountains out there. So 3.5 miles to Springer, and I think 1.5 to my next water source. My first water source, I guess. Well, I finally made it to first water source. Actually, it's the second, but the first one's right by the lodge, so it's right down here. Water filters, or water filter, and bottle. Man, that is cold. Works better if you roll it down. I'll sit here and drink a bunch of this and probably filter a little more. Just left the water source. Now it's 2.1 miles to Springer Mountain and the actual start of the trail. Haven't even started this thing yet. Whew. I need some food too. I'm gonna eat when I get there, and I'm gonna eat again. Probably not long after that. So all I've had is snacks and water, electrolytes so far. First shelter I've come to. I'm not gonna go over there to it. Someone's setting up a tent. Or taking their pants off, something. I don't know what they do. There's the shelter. Better view. There'll be plenty more. Ooh, looks like rain. Fantastic.
And I've been here maybe an hour and a half. Between the parking lot and the trail was 2 minutes. 15 people.
We made it to the start. It's the first white blaze on the Appalachian Trail.
One in my house 2 nights ago. You just kind of in the backyard, standing there looking around, walking around, seeing what you can see. That's pretty cool.
We'll go another mile or so.
They're always going after the bird feeders.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got where I live. We got pretty strict rules.
It's the first privy on trail. The Springer Mountain. Springer Mountain campsite. Springer Mountain shelter. Nice and airy. The shelter itself is over there somewhere. There's a bunch of tent sites back in there. But I'm gonna push on, I guess, to Stover, another 2.5 miles or so. Not thrilled about it, but that's what I'm gonna do. So I just left Springer for the start of the AT there at Springer Mountain. The Springer shelter is back up in there. I'm not staying. I'm gonna push on another 2.5 miles to the Stover shelter and set up camp there, the tent camp. Back at the marker, we had having the first trail magic. There's a gentleman there that lives here locally that brought out cookies and Slim Jims and took my trash. I was gonna stop there at that Springer shelter, but once I took a break, got some food in me, a little more food, I feel like I can do this other 2.5. So it's supposed to not be too hilly, too much elevation change over there. So we'll see. Just let my socks and shoes air out. My feet got wet earlier I was getting water, and now this last half mile or so, I've been getting some hot spots on the outside of both feet. So I'm gonna let things dry a bit, take a break, put some Leuco tape on my feet, and then push on. I think I've got another 1.8 miles today. All right. Put some Leuco tape on. I think we're dried out enough. Feels better. Get those back on and go another 1.8 to the shelter. So I got my feet aired out, put that Leuco tape on there, and they feel great. Like, I can't believe that hopefully fixed my feet. I started feeling them get hot in a weird spot on the outside of the bottom outside of my foot on both feet. They were getting hot just before I got to Springer, and there was other people up there, and we were talking. I didn't even think about it, and I kept going, and as soon as I started going again, I could feel it. I should have stopped right away and took care of it, but I pushed on another mile to that parking lot, and took care of it there. I don't see anything. They look fine. They're just a little tender, so hopefully I caught it in time. Otherwise, that'll be fun to deal with blisters over the next few days, but I've only got 1.8 miles to go, and it's supposed to be chill like this, no major up or down, I hope. And if I can give my feet a break overnight and let everything air out, then hopefully I'll stay in good shape. That's my biggest concern on this trip, is my feet. So I gotta make sure I take care of them and address anything that I feel isn't right with them. I guess I should document the first water crossing. It's a major one. I just dried my feet out, so look at that. Now which way do we go? That's just a campsite. My feet weren't feeling, were still feeling like they were earlier. I'd probably just stay right there, but I should make it to this other spot, no problem at all. All right, first campsite on trail, tent set up. People are coming in. There's maybe 8 people here. That's the shelter. Bear hang. It's my food. It's a bear box there. Privy out that way. I've already lost a tent stake. All right, privy number 2. It's a privy at the Stover. forget what it's called, Stover something.